Well, good morning, everybody, and what a fantastic turnout. Over 400 of you in the room at the moment, and probably the biggest cybercrime conference that we've seen outside of London. I'd like to welcome the High Sheriff, our Commissioner Matthew Ellis, and our special guest speakers today. And I'm sure you'll enjoy what's going to be a really packed event. Before I officially start, I would just like to say a thank you, because without today, you all need a fantastic team behind you. And I'd like to thank Miriam Hussein, John King, Emily Bladen-Selby from the Office of the Police and Crime Commissioner, Rob Halfman, Amanda Davis and Gary Cyril from Staffordshire Police, and the brilliant people from my online fraud forum, which is made up of the public and private sector, along with voluntary and charitable organisations. And they really are truly fantastic partners. We actually don't talk too much, we make things happen. And today is a result of that online fraud forum making things happen. So when the Commissioner and I came into office in 2012, cybercrime wasn't high on our radar. And unlike my speech today, which will take a mere 5 minutes, it has taken 4 long years to fully understand the extent of this very complex problem. That's why today we've brought together experts in the field of cybersecurity, data protection, and law enforcement to provide the most up-to-date picture of cybercrime, so you don't have to spend the next 4 years understanding the problem. So today it's our job to showcase, share and educate you in the hours available. In the autumn of 2016, the National Cyber Security Centre was created at GCHQ, and that was to make the UK the safest place to live and work online. That inception coincided with the work I commissioned to understand in more detail the context and scale of this growing criminality in Staffordshire. The results of that particular piece of work mirrored the annual crime survey for England and Wales in Staffordshire and revealed a further 62,000 potential victims, of which sadly the majority still goes unreported. Even more worryingly from that piece of work, 46,000 of our households in Staffordshire with dependents under 18 have taken no measures to protect their children online. So today it's time to take action to prevent these attacks and reduce the potential harm to our local communities. And action we have in education, partnership and awareness raising. And whilst we're still early into our journey, our successes over the first 12 months are outlined on the inside back page of our cybercrime document, which you can find in your pack. So I don't want to list everything we've achieved in the last 12 months, but I would urge you to read what the police, the PCC's office and all of our partners have been doing for the last 12 months to help protect you and stay safe online. So I can't stand here all morning blowing the trumpet of me and my partners. It's all there in the document for you. And of those 62,000 potential victims that I mentioned earlier, I can count myself as one of them, as I'm sure many of you can too. I can probably, in fact, guarantee almost everybody in the country has had some sort of data breach against them. In fact, sadly, the last 7 days have seen us celebrate Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and statistics this week reveal that 2 million cyber-dependent crimes in the UK in the last 12 months, and only 30,000 of those were reported. And there's more. New research shows that more than 1 billion was stolen from bank accounts through credit and debit card fraud just last year. And an estimated 5 million people have become the victim of the huge cybercrime problem, with a third becoming repeat victims. And sadly, 1 in 10 people cancel their credit or debit card because of attempted fraud. People who tore up their plastics in the UK hit 5.2 million just last year. Now, my victimisation took the form of a fake website. It was for the V Festival. I paid £250 for my son to attend the V Festival. Sadly, that ticket never arrived, so I had a very disappointed teenager and quite a big dent in my bank account. So whilst the estimated cybercrime cost to the UK economy is a staggering 11 billion last year, what concerns me even more is the hidden traumatic human stories behind those victims. And I certainly won't forget a victim of romance fraud, an intelligent but lonely professional woman who was scammed very recently for £150,000. It completely ruined her life. But what I am proud of, and one of our achievements which you will read in the back of the cybercrime programme, is our work with our victims in Staffordshire. And I'd like to thank Rob Harvman of Staffordshire Police, who trained all of our staff in the Victim Gateway in how to support people who've been victims of fraud and cybercrime, because their needs can sometimes be very complex. But hey, the fight back starts today. I want you all joining me together to help prevent these crimes in the future, using the key messages that you have. And I know that they will resonate loud and clear with you today. Remember, 80% of all fraud and cyber is preventable. Cal may contradict me later, but I'm sticking with my 80%. And whilst cybercrime and fraud can seem remote to us, you think it happens to somebody else, I just want to share this 2-minute video with you. And it's an American video, so just give me 2 minutes of your time and then I'll finish. Thank you.
Today we sent a camera out on a Hollywood Boulevard to help people by asking them to tell us their password. And this is how that went.
We're talking about cybersecurity today and how safe people's passwords are. What is one of your online passwords currently?
It is my dog's name and the year I graduated from high school.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
I have a Chihuahua Papillon.
And what's its name?
Jameson.
Jameson. And where'd you go to school?
I went to school back in Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
What school?
Hempfield Area Senior High School.
Oh, when did you graduate?
In 2009.
Oh, great.
It's like my cat's name and then just like a random number.
Okay. Have you had this cat for a while?
Yeah, she's my childhood pet.
Aw. And what's her name?
Her name is Jolie.
Jolie. So like a password of yours would be Jolie and then a number.
Yeah.
Like number 1?
Like my birthday.
Oh, when is your birthday?
June 12th.
Oh, nice. And what year were you born?
95.
Oh, great. So Jolie, 6/12/95.
Yes.
Got it.
So you mean to give my password right now? No, I cannot do that.
But we all want to know what it is so we can tell you if it's strong or not.
Oh my goodness. Let me think. Okay, one is Tel Aviv. Yeah. 468. And then Israel. It's only 3, but it's, you know, it's for me it's strong enough.
Ireland, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gemma, 1, 2, 3. Spelled Gemma.
Well, most of them are Italian.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so
Like what's a good Italian password?
my grandma's name,
What's your grandma's name?
Maria.
Maria. So Maria is your password?
Oh yeah, now you know my password. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, the important thing is they learned a terrible lesson.
Okay, I heard some of you really giggle there and probably laugh out quite loud. And you're probably thinking, surely only the Americans could be so gullible. I hear you ask. But stay seated, because later on in the day, the lovely Joanne Malin will be showing you her own video from when she hit the streets of Lichfield. So we shall see the results of how the people of Lichfield coped with that. So firstly and lastly, thank you for attending. Have a great day. Delighted that you could all attend, and we're all about, and thank you very much.